Today, on Be Something Wonderful, love your subconscious, the miracle of you. Here's how. I am your host, Tom Karen, and this is the Be Something Wonderful studio of higher consciousness, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Creators, welcome back. I had a follow-up session with a client yesterday that I talked to about maybe a month ago. And at that time, he says, Tom, I've been really I've been doing everything. I've been doing meditations. I've been doing subliminals. I've been affirming, and I'm just not getting anywhere. And at this time, he wanted to get this certain house that he didn't specifically know where it was, but he had an idea of what he wanted. He wanted to get this promotion that was coming up in his job. And he wanted to meet somebody. He had been single for a while. He had broke up with his girlfriend maybe about 6 months before that, and he hadn't dated anyone new. And just nothing was moving. He was really focused on this idea that we were talking about back then. That he goes, Tom, I think it's a lot of stuff that's happened in my life, and that I've got to reprogram my subconscious. And I don't feel like I feel like that's what's keeping me back. So we talked about that, right? In a few sessions. And what we talked about is this idea that instead of beating on your subconscious as like it's some enemy or some dark power that you have to convince to give you what you want, love your subconscious. Remember, your subconscious, that greater subconscious, is all that higher power. That's your inner being. It's all part of your inner being. It's all part of that higher you. Love your subconscious, right? Embrace it. This was the idea. So this is what he did. And here's the thing. In our follow-up session yesterday, he goes, Tom, I just started feeling empowered. I started feeling that peace that you're always talking about, that love, that inner power where you really don't want anything. And I just totally it's not like I let the desires go, but I let the desiring go because I was feeling really good. And then it just all happened. So he got the house, and the realtor that he sold the house to, he's dating, and he got the promotion, all of it. He gave up he was still meditating, but not meditating to make something happen, not as work. He stopped doing the subliminals. He just didn't feel like those were resonating with him. And he just gave up all the efforting and just fell in love with himself, fell in love with his inner being, fell in love with the subconscious. So I want to cover this today and more. So I just want to say that even when I met this client, everything, as he was saying it, he said he felt that everything was rooted in the past that was causing him not to have what he wanted, and that everything that he wanted was in the future. So I just want to say everything is everywhere, and everywhere is here and now. Everything you want. I talked about this yesterday. I pointed out it being surrounded and enveloped by what you desire. Everything is everywhere, and everywhere is here and now. So when you focus on where is it, or when will it manifest, as this client was doing about a month ago, really focused on beating the subconscious into submission and really getting it to come, right? You create a reality or state of being of it not being here and now. Right? It's already here and now, but when you're efforting, when the processing, you're no longer enjoying the processes. You're no longer doing the processes as an inner experience, but to get an outer experience. Right? You move your focus from within to without. Right? You move it from being a delightful, an empowering inner experience to looking to get something to manifest some outer experience, right? So when you focus on where is it and when will it manifest, you create a reality or a state of being of it not being here and now. You create a reality of your desire and fulfillment is elsewhere and in the future. Do you hear this? As Neville Goddard says, it's here, right? The elsewhere, make the elsewhere here and the future now. You create a reality of your desire and fulfillment that it's elsewhere and that it's in the future. And this is what Seth and through Jane Roberts says, and I left a link on one of their books. The present is your point of power. The present is your point of power. All presents that ever were, is, was, or ever be are happening right now. There is no past, present, and future. It's all happening now. This is your point of power. So you create your reality through what you are consciously thinking, feeling, assuming, and believing about yourself, others, in the world right now. This is what I've been really hitting. I hit with this client a month ago, and I'm hitting it with current clients, that your focus on thinking that there's something wrong with your past or your subconscious is keeping your mind off of the door to everything, the door to that subconscious, the door to everything you want is through your conscious thinking, what you're feeling and assuming and believing right now about yourself, others, in the world. Right? He said, my subconscious is rejecting my desires. A few of you said this. Right? But this particular client about a month ago said that. He's no longer saying that. It has nothing to do with your subconscious rejecting anything. Remember, the subconscious, it's the subconscious, it's impersonal, it's not your subconscious, only accepts and never rejects anything. It's never about it rejecting it. It's simply about it not accepting it. And there's a difference. Right? Because when you say my subconscious is rejecting it, you're battling now with the subconscious. You're creating a war within. Do you hear that? Instead, it's the subconscious only accepts and never rejects anything. So love your subconscious. Right? It accepts whatever you're believing and feeling and assuming to be true about yourself and the world. So you get to consciously direct that. Do you hear this? It's not about rejecting it, it's about impressing it, right? And then it accepts everything that's impressed. It has no choice. It's impersonal and it's deductive, right? The conscious mind commands or directs the unconscious, but it doesn't command it with force. Not by trying to meditate, and if you're meditating to force things, or you're doing subliminals to force things, and not for the enjoyment and for the inner experience, it's not going to do it. You can't command it by force. You've got to direct it. It's subtle. You've got to love it. Love it and hug it, embrace it. That's how you do it. Bring everything to your conscious awareness. Right? Nothing's hiding out, ready to sabotage your life. It's all bringing it, you have the ability and the awareness, because you are awareness, right? Behind all of it is that awareness, to bring it all to conscious awareness. This is so big today, really big one today, guys. So, and then I would just like to see some movement and signs in 3D reality. This was another one of you that just said the other day, I'd just like to see some movement and signs in 3D reality from a BSW client subscriber. This is what Seth and Jane Roberts, I've said this in a few videos now, some time ago, months ago. You sit within the miracle of yourselves and ask for signs. Wow. We just forget when we get caught up in the processes to make things happen. When we start battling and start digging in on our subconscious, trying to force things to happen, we forget that we're sitting within the miracle of ourselves, right? And we're looking for signs outside ourselves. We're looking for processes to fix our lives, to fix ourselves, to manifest what we want, right? Wow! You give your power away, or your inner authority away, to the 3D world conditions, the people, events, and circumstances, or you blame it on past conditioning or out of control subconscious. This is what my client about a month ago, before he manifested all that stuff, right? He was blaming it on the past. Not directly, but saying there must be something there, right? Or the events and circumstances. Consciousness is conscious and subconscious, is the miracle of you. Consciousness, which is both your conscious mind and your subconscious mind, is the miracle of you, right? Don't dig in and go to war with your subconscious, right? You breathe the air, your heart beats, your blood pumps, your hair grows without you consciously doing anything. Your higher self, your inner being, your inner authority believes in you whether you believe it or not. That subconscious, your inner being, which is a part of that inner you, that inner authority, all of that believes in you whether you believe it or not. How do you know? Because you don't have to think about breathing the air. Your heart's still your blood's pumping, your heart's beating, your hair's growing. It has you in mind. It has you in its gaze, always, with love. But you're not believing in it. When you're not believing in yourself, when you're not believing in your inner authority, when you're not believing in that greater subconscious wants you to have everything and loves you. Even remember, it's law plus love. It's impersonal and it's deductive, but it's also love. It's together, that power within you. It never retrieves its gaze from you. It continues to operate through you freely, spontaneously, lovingly, without a care in the world. Despite your many limiting beliefs, despite your many cares that you have, your hair is still growing. Despite all your doubt, despite all your fear, your heart's still pumping blood, beating, and your blood still pumping. How do you know that? Even though you don't believe, right? Even though you don't believe in that subconscious, you believe it's out to harm you, you're not believing in your inner authority, all that's still happening, right? You're still breathing. That's pretty good. All right, so let's hit this some more. If you believe you're not at the mercy, if you believe you are at the mercy of sabotaging subconscious, of a sabotaging subconscious, or in other words, inner being, because your inner being is part of that subconscious. That's all part of your inner power, right? You create that life experience. That conscious belief is accepted. Remember, it's impersonal and deductive. So if you believe that you're being sabotaged by your subconscious, that's the life you create. Your subconscious will accept that. I know. It accepts it, right? It's impersonal. Remember, this power within you, this inner authority, this natural ability as God is law plus love. That's God. How can this is what Dr. Joe Dispenza says. I always use this quote. I've used it in several videos now, but it's so good and it fits so well. How can a consciousness that has created all of life, that expends the energy and will to consistently regulate every function of our bodies to keep us alive, that has expressed such a deep and abiding interest in us, be anything but pure love? Love your subconscious, guys. Love your subconscious. So I just want to talk about this. I have some friends who have puppies and others that I've known, that they have this puppy fence. It's invisible, right? So it trains the puppy to stay with it. It's an invisible it gives it a little charge when the puppy gets near it or tries to go outside the boundaries, right? I don't think it hurts them. It's just a little charge to keep them within the boundaries. It's this invisible fence, right? And then the puppy knows that it can't go beyond that perimeter. Can't go beyond that invisible fence, or it gets very uncomfortable, right? It gets zapped, right? But what happens if the puppy just jets through it? It gets zapped, but then it knows freedom. This is what we're talking about today, guys. These beliefs, these invisible assumptions that you have are surrounding you. You think you're free, but you can't get beyond them. Life is hard. I'm not good enough. I need to work hard and struggle. My subconscious is sabotaging me. I need to reprogram it. These are all invisible assumptions, limiting beliefs that are keeping you trapped within this invisible electric fence, like the puppy. You can't leave before it. But what happens when you believe something different? When you believe the one belief that's wholly, wholly unlimited. And what is that one belief? That you are unlimited. That you are absolutely without bounds. That higher self and that awareness that you are has no limitations at all. When you believe in that, you bust through it. Like the puppy, you now know freedom. You can never go back, right, to that limited area. You know there's a whole world outside those beliefs. Wow, that's big. You can't see beyond the barriers or the invisible beliefs, right? The barriers of your beliefs. Your beliefs about reality are invisible. They're your invisible inner assumptions. You take as truth and self-evident, beyond questioning, right? You see them as indisputable facts or aspects of yourself and others in reality. That's what you see. They feel so much like truth to you, so much like reality. You don't even question them. Just like the puppy. They also have, spiritual teachers also talk about the elephant that was, when it was the baby elephant that's tied to a stake. It's just a small stake. But again, it was just a small elephant. And the stake worked when the elephant was small. But as the elephant grew, it could easily uproot that stake and take off. But it didn't. It believed that it couldn't. Just like you can. You believe you can't bust through this force of invisible assumptions. Right? These visible assumptions, they're beyond questioning to you. They feel so true. They feel so indisputable. These facts about yourself in reality. Right? That's what keeps you holding on to that's what keeps you trapped, or what you feel is trapped in a reality or a reality that you want, or keeps those desires out of reach. But once you break through that invisible assumptions, you're free. And that's what my client felt. Right? A month ago, he felt trapped and just it's struggle and exhaustion. Once he broke through that fence, he didn't even care. The importance dropped on all of the things that he wanted. He wasn't even thinking about them that much anymore. They were there. They were true desires. But that's the paradox. Once you break through the fence and see that freedom, now you can have anything you want. Right? This is so big today. So the difference between true belief and a false belief. So this is what one of you asked me the other day, right? One of my clients. But what's the difference? A false or limiting beliefs vanish and dissolve when you stop believing them. Hear this. This is big. What's the difference between a true and false belief? False beliefs require you to believe in them to actually exist. Because they don't exist without your light. When you stop believing them, they dissolve, they vanish. They are no longer true because they were never real in the first place. A true belief exists whether you believe it or not. Right? Just like your inner being loves you, whether you believe in your inner being or not. Your inner authority, that greater power, loves you, whether you believe it or not. Right? It's there working through you whether you believe it or not, right? One belief that's always true and wholly unlimited and always expanding is yourself, that is your inner being, that's the real you, is not limited in any way. That's the one belief, that higher self is not limited in any way. There is no fence. It's a fence of your mind. It's an electric fence. It's visible assumptions, right? This one belief's always true, whether you believe it or not. You're multidimensional, you're unlimited, and you can go anywhere, anytime, and you are everywhere in all time. You can be, do, or have whatever your heart desires. That's what we're talking about, right? Those false beliefs vanish when you pull your attention from them. That's so big. Do you hear this, guys? This is the one belief that keeps expanding. Those other beliefs keep contracting, keep pushing you in, keeping you in that perimeter of limitation where you think you're free, but you're not. This one belief is absolute, without boundaries of any kind. Wow. So try this. I've talked about this before, but let's try it. Bust the electric fence of those invisible assumptions and beliefs. In other words, be conscious. Bring everything to conscious awareness. Remember, nothing's hiding out. Nothing's going to sabotage you. It's you believing that's creating that reality. As soon as you bring every belief, question every thought, bring it to awareness, it no longer is hiding out. It's conscious. It's in the wide open. Right? The best place to hide is put it in the wide open. Right? This is what everyone says. Right? Question any thought that implies a limitation of any kind. Is this true? Can I be sure that it's true? This really gets along the lines of questioning everything that all the spiritual greats say. Byron Katie talks about it, right? Feeling and also question any feelings and emotions. Is this true? How do I know it's true, right? Question any thought that implies negativity or unwanted realities. Is this real, right? Stop believing everything you're thinking and feeling. Question those feelings, question those thoughts, right? Focus on the one belief that is wholly true. The self is unlimited. Bring all your thoughts and feelings to your conscious awareness. Feel what's going on in your body. Feel that feeling. Question it. Be interested in it. Be curious as opposed to reacting and trying to make it go away or trying to resolve it or solve it or get rid of it. Feel it. Look at it. Know that it's not true. Question anything that's not in line with what you really want. That's not in line with your inner being. Right? That's why you feel negative emotion. It's because your inner being, your higher self, only feels love. It never looks in the direction that you're looking. It never looks in the direction of unwanted or towards the negative. It judges things as negative. That's why you feel so uncomfortable. It's your inner being saying, hey, you're looking in the wrong direction. Right? You're believing something that's not true of you, yourself, others, or the world. It's your emotional guidance system loving you, showing you the way. That's your greater subconscious showing you the way always. Wow, that's big. Bring thoughts and feelings to your conscious. And then question, where is my attention? Where is it now? Is it on my heart's desire or is it on limitation and beliefs about my heart's desire? Is it on my heart's desire? Am I focused on my desired end, my imagined end? Or am I focused on resolving thoughts and feelings that feel negative or that feel uncomfortable or that feel unwanted? Am I getting lost in those, or where's my attention? Put it on your desired end. Put it on your imagined end, right? Love your subconscious. That's what we're talking about. Love your subconscious. That's the miracle of you. That's how to do it. I am your host, Tom Karen, and this is the Be Something Wonderful studio of higher consciousness, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification button, like and share our videos. That's how we get our message out. You can follow us on Facebook at Be Something Wonderful. We have a group, the Be Something Wonderful Ambassadors, at facebook.com/groups/Be Something Wonderful. It's an open group. You're all welcome to join. There's a lot of sharing going on there, a lot of ideas, a lot of guidance. It's a beautiful thing. Also, you can follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Tom Karen, or visit our website that has all the information and more anytime at tomkaren.com or besomethingwonderful.com. Creators, with great love, with great light and infinite gratitude, see you soon.